It was a bright Monday morning in the bustling city of Lagos. The call to prayer echoed softly in the distance as Aisha Bello, a 24-year-old university student, stared blankly at her reflection in the mirror. Her hijab lay neatly folded on the table beside her. For years, it had been her symbol of devotion, identity, and peace. But lately, it had become the weight of her confusion. She whispered, "Why must it be me that everyone mocks?" Her roommate Toyin, fashionable and outspoken, leaned against the door frame. "Aisha, you're too beautiful to hide behind that cloth. It's time to let the world see the real you." Aisha's hand trembled as she reached for her hijab, then withdrew. That morning, she walked out without it. The eyes that once respected her now lingered with curiosity and danger. Aisha felt lighter, the wind in her hair, the compliments from strangers, the admiration of her classmates. She smiled for the first time in weeks. "You look amazing today," said David, her course mate, offering her a seat. "Thank you," she replied softly, pretending not to notice the small guilt forming in her heart. But as she enjoyed this new attention, she began losing something else, her peace. The prayers became fewer, her grades slipped, and she found herself drawn to circles where laughter masked emptiness. That night, Aisha dreamt of walking through a dark street. The world was burning, and she saw veiled women glowing with light while she was surrounded by shadows. A voice called out, "Aisha, what have you done with the gift I gave you?" She woke up gasping, heart racing, tears streaming down her face. It was just a dream, she told herself, but deep inside, she knew it was more. Weeks passed. Aisha's social life soared, parties, pictures, and popularity, but she became a stranger to herself. One evening, on her way from a friend's birthday, her taxi broke down in an isolated area. Darkness filled the air, and strange men began to follow her. She trembled, wishing for her hijab, that silent protector she had cast aside. When she screamed for help, an old woman stepped out from a nearby stall, covered modestly in a hijab. She shielded Aisha and shouted at the men, chasing them off with unexpected courage. "Child," the woman said, holding Aisha close, "you covered your hair, but it was your heart that was protected. Never forget that." Aisha broke down in tears. The next morning, she stood before the same mirror where her rebellion began. The folded hijab lay waiting as if it had never left her side. Slowly, she lifted it, kissed it, and placed it back on her head. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more soul-touching stories inspired by truth and faith. Your support helps us bring light to forgotten tales. Forgive me, Allah. I thought I was finding freedom, but I was only walking into chains. Her reflection smiled back, radiant with peace and grace. Weeks later, Aisha started a small YouTube channel, Veiled Voices, to share her story and remind others that true beauty is not in revealing, but in reverence. "I removed my hijab once," she said into the camera, "but I found my soul only when I put it back on." To every sister struggling with faith, don't give up. The world may not understand, but Allah always does. She paused and smiled warmly at the camera. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's remind the world that modesty is not weakness, it's power. As the video fades, the soft recitation of Surah An-Nur 24-31 plays in the background, and tell the believing women to lower their gaze and guard their modesty. Aisha's voice returns, serene and resolute. When she removed her hijab, she lost her peace. When she put it back, she found her purpose. The screen fades to black with the caption, "Faith is not a cloth, it's a covenant."